Hello, everybody. It's Alan Lowe, and we're here at the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio for another episode of Local Business Networking. And we have a fantastic guest in the studio today. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Michelle Martin. I own Miss Marvelous Cleaning. It's basically a house cleaning company.
Do you do commercial?
I'm trying to take on a couple office buildings
Mm-hmm.
if I can get the right staff to do the night cleanings. I do have one office right now that we clean. Basically, so it's more or less houses, some vacation rentals we do,
Right.
some Airbnbs. We have a few of those.
How many people do you have on your team?
9.
9.
9 girls looking to hire a part-time girl to fill in for when people need a day off.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you work 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
Basically, it's been 5 days a week, and then I just ask whatever girls they want to work if we have to have a weekend where the vacation rentals need to
Right.
be done on a Saturday or Sunday. So right now, most of them we've been able to put in during the week, so looks out good.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So how long have you been in Palm Coast?
I've been in Palm Coast for 7 years.
7 years. So
7.
for me, I've been here
Yeah.
43 years. So for me, you're a newcomer even at
Yes.
7 years.
Yeah. So 7 years on Valentine's Day. We
Oh, really?
2018. Is that 7 years? Yeah.
Now, I heard, well, we met each other in the Money Magnets networking group, which meets on Thursday mornings over at the Eagles Club. Not Eagles Club,
Elks Club.
Elks Club.
Elks Lodge.
Elks Lodge.
Yeah.
Elks
something.
Lodge, yeah, on
Old Kings.
Old Kings Road, yeah. I don't know why I blanked on that. Anyway, but I heard, because you did a presentation the other day, that
Yeah.
you used to train horses,
Yes.
racehorses,
Standardbreds. The trotters. People know them by the trotters.
the
Yes.
trotters.
Yeah.
And you were enjoying that, but then you transitioned out?
I loved it, and the only reason why I transitioned out was because we moved to Florida here. And they have training facilities here, but not so much racing for my particular breed. They closed the racetrack up like a few years ago. That was down in Fort Lauderdale. So I had one colt that we brought. We broke him. When he was ready to race, I sent him to a friend of mine in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so from horses to cleaning company.
I had the cleaning company with the horses also when I was back in Canada. So
Canada.
yeah,
Okay.
originally.
So you're originally from Canada.
Yes.
What area in Canada?
The Six Nations Indian Reservation in Ontario.
Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
On a reservation.
Yeah.
So what
I'm a Mohawk.
you're a Mohawk.
A Mohawk.
How many percent?
My papers are stamped 100%, but
100%. Oh, there you go.
yeah. That was back in the day, so I don't know if that's the thing. We had to go get blood quantum from our bank council, they call it, or bank council, in order to get your dual citizenship.
Right.
And you had to have 51% blood quantum in order for that dual citizenship. So they used to do whatever they did, your family tree, family history,
Right.
to get your blood quantum.
And you
So
came out 100%.
it did. I don't look it, but it did.
Well, that's kind of cool.
So, yeah.
That's kind of cool. So then you
Yeah.
moved from Ontario to New Jersey?
I've been all over the place. I lived in New Jersey. I lived in New York State. Just kind of all over. Didn't really live in the other places where I took the horses to race, but yeah. So
Yeah. So when you
Jersey.
brought that colt here,
mhm.
where did you have the?
Deleon Springs. They have a farm out there called Spring Garden Ranch. We took him out there because I had friends that come there every year from New Jersey, and I needed help to break the colt.
Right.
So
Well, that's
he was
not that
just
far away.
Yeah, he was just a yearling. But it took us 45 minutes,
Yeah.
but it was easy drive. So yeah.
And
Yeah.
I used to, well, I still am a scuba instructor, but
Oh yeah.
I used to teach scuba diving at DeLeon Springs.
Oh really?
So kind of cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So a
Yeah.
little bit familiar with the area, not with the horse ranches, but
Yeah.
with the area.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that was basically how I started, because when I had the horses on my own, when I left, my ex, all that, in order to get horses for other people to train, because I could train my own. This particular colt that I brought here, I bred him myself. He was
Right.
out of my mare that I had purchased years ago, raced and everything, retired her to be a mommy, so yeah, so we had him, but the other horses that I had for other people were basically on deals. So if the horse didn't finish in the top 5 to make money, I needed to make money somehow. So
Sure.
the guy the guy that owned the farm that I was renting the stalls from at the time came to me and said, "Look," he said, "I got a proposition for you. Would you mind cleaning my house in lieu of stall rent?" Kind of stuff like that. So that's basically how I start cleaning for people.
Wow.
I was doing a couple houses before that, and he had heard, and that's why he came to me. And it wasn't really going to be a full-time thing, but
Well, now you
here
have
I am.
now you have 9 employees, so
Yes.
that kind of
Yeah.
speaks of full time.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
are you mostly in the Flagler County area,
Um,
or
yeah, mainly right now, but we're trying to expand to Daytona Beach. We have a couple clients in Daytona, and to St. John's. We have a few clients in St. Augustine area.
awesome?
So I'm trying to go cover all areas in Banal, obviously, Banal,
Yeah,
Flagler Beach. Yeah, all
the
the
hammock
surrounding
and
areas.
all around.
Yeah,
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 well, that's really cool.
yeah. So
So, how has networking with money magnets helped your business, if at all?
it actually it's helping. It's already doing good. Like, I've heard about other networking groups where people had told me it was a waste of time, waste of your money, you don't get anything out of it. So I thought, when Jennifer came to me and said, look, and Lauren said, we need a house cleaning person. So I said, okay, I'll try it. So
Right.
I did, and it's helped out. I've gained a few clients from the people that I've met through this network. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. So,
And
and yes,
we should mention that the networking group is what now, 2 months old, roughly.
probably maybe 3
Yeah, it
at
says
that.
at
Yeah,
best. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So it has grown tremendously in a very short period of
yes,
time.
yeah,
It has a very family-like atmosphere,
yes,
and our main thrust is to help each other gain business through
yes,
referrals.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's working really well.
It is, and like, I've received a lot of referrals, and I've been trying to give like referrals to my clients and stuff.
Sure.
They ask for like things like pressure washing, dog sitters, all
Right.
that kind of stuff. And especially some of my newer clients that just moved into there, I said, if you need anything, I have a whole
A
list of
whole
people.
list.
Yeah.
So if somebody
So,
wants to get a hold of you to do, their house cleaning,
hmm
how would they do that?
they usually call or text, and I get back to them.
And what's your number?
407 And
And email?
email is missmarvelous1@outlook.com.
Miss
So,
Marvelous. So how did you come up with Miss Marvelous?
well, my husband's nickname is Marvelous. So,
So you're Miss Marvelous.
yeah, one of my very good friends back in Canada, when I went on my own and she put a page on Facebook, said, I need a business name. I said, well, I don't have one. So she actually named my business for me, and it just stuck. So,
Well, that's
yeah,
pretty good. Well, I
yeah,
really appreciate
so,
you coming in today and talking about your business
yeah.
and explaining a little bit how our networking works. And we're going to put this video out to a lot of people, so hopefully it'll bring you in more work.
Yay. We're taking on new clients too, so that's good.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you for tuning in. This is the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio, and we'll talk to you later.